Well, unfortunately, I have some breaking news for you, as we probably expected at this point. Yes, of course, as you guessed, I'm talking about a price increase at Tesla. This morning, Tesla did update pricing on the Model 3 and the Model Y once again. So that's yet again another month with 2 price increases. Unfortunately, we're not seeing the price decreases that we saw at the very beginning of the year, and Tesla has completely reversed their pricing strategy moving forward. So here we are again with more price increases, and yes, this is absolutely frustrating. So let's get started with the Model 3. The Model 3 Standard Range Plus did go up by another $500. It's now starting at $39,990. The long-range all-wheel drive Model 3 also went up by another $500, and it now starts at $48,990. Now, the performance model did not change, and this is the same thing that we saw in the previous update. So that's still sitting at $56,990. Now, as we move over to the Model Y, the long-range all-wheel drive did go up by another $500. It now comes in at $51,990. The performance model, on the other hand, again, did not change in price, which does match what we've been seeing in these other updates. So it's still at $60,990. So as we look at these updates, starting with the Model 3, we saw price increase and decrease throughout the year. So over time, the Standard Range Plus has changed a net of $2,000. It went down $1,000 in February, up $1,000 in March, up $1,000 in April, and now up $1,000 in May. The long-range all-wheel drive followed that same schedule. It went down $1,000 in February, up $1,000 in March, up $1,000 in April, and now $1,000 here in May. The performance, it did go up by $1,000 in February, and then again another $1,000 in April, but other than that, there's been no other price changes. Similarly, when we look at the Model Y, here's what we saw. The Model Y Standard Range went down by $2,000 right at the beginning of the year in February. It did go right back up to $2,000 right as they canceled it, and you can no longer get this car. So it's sitting at $41,990. The long-range all-wheel drive went down by $1,000 in February, up by $1,000 in March, up by $1,000 in April, and then again $1,000 in May. And then the Model Y Performance, it went up by $1,000 in February, and that so far has been the only increase that we've seen so far. So looking at this, the Model 3 Standard Range Plus and Long Range all-wheel drive have both gone up by a net of $2,000 so far this year. Over on the Model Y side, the Standard Range Plus ended up netting exactly what it started at, with $41,990. The long range all-wheel drive went up by a total of $2,000 net, and the performance went up by $1,000 net. Now, what's interesting is the performance models have not been changing in price at the same frequency as every other model. So there is obviously a chance that the performance model could see an increase very soon. We talked about this last time we saw price changes as well. So far, it's been exempt from most of these increases, but the Model 3 and Model Y performance models do have a chance of seeing an increase in the very near future. That all said, it begs the question of what is happening that's driving these prices. So we do know that there are constraints in materials, and we do know that there are price pressures on materials due to inflation. However, that can't be the whole story here, because at some point we have to assume that they've covered the additional costs of these inflationary pressures. So what else could possibly be going on? Well, we did just release a video this morning talking about the next version of the Model Y. And we did find out, Elon Musk did confirm that the Model Y that's going to be produced at Giga Austin will only ever be made with the 4680 cells. Of course, this is news, and we didn't realize that the Model Y was going to start right out of the gate with the new battery cells. We don't necessarily know exactly what the supply of these 4680 cells looks like, although Giga Austin is supposed to be producing its own battery cells. Now, the Cato Road facility has been working on producing these new 4680 cells for quite some time, but this is a pilot production line. This is not in full production. So over the little bit of time that they've been working on this, could Tesla have ramped up production and have enough throughput to start putting these cells in cars without us even knowing? I think that there might be something there. Potentially, Tesla is increasing these prices in anticipation of rolling out some new features, some new batteries, and a new overall package. Although that said, Tesla did say that these new batteries are going to reduce costs, not increase them. So it is kind of counterintuitive. However, there could be something there, and we could very well be seeing new batteries in these cars in the very near future. Like many of these updates in the past, Tesla has rolled out new batteries many times without telling consumers that are taking delivery and already have the new battery packs in them. This happens quite frequently, actually. Every time that there is a change in the batteries, they do just roll those out without making an announcement. And then when they do, whoever has been taking delivery for however much time will already have those battery cells in their car. This could be the case. Who really knows? But we have been hearing some speculation about people have claimed that cars have been shipping with these new battery cells for some time. I don't personally believe that this has happened yet, but I guess that there is a chance that this could be happening right now. There's certainly a lot of speculation about this being related to the EV tax credits. I certainly do not believe that's the case. I do think that that makes it easier for Tesla to make the decision to increase prices, but I do not believe that is what is driving these price increases overall, because that would be extremely unethical, and I don't think that they would go that far. Now, about the tax credits, we still don't have any major progress on this yet. However, we do know that the new infrastructure bill does have $100 billion earmarked for electric cars. So we do believe that there is going to be an expansion, and I think there's a really good chance that Tesla would indeed fall into that package. However, there's still no agreement in Congress, which I know is such a shock to all of us. So hopefully this summer proves to be fruitful for the EV tax credits. With all of this happening, there's a couple things to consider. Should you buy your car now or should you wait? So we're continuing to see the price increases. I think it's probably a good idea, if you want to get a Model Y, to at minimum go ahead and place your order. They are backlogged as it is, so you're not going to get your car tomorrow anyways. If they do contact you and assign you a VIN, you are able to postpone your delivery up to 6 months. So you can lock in today's price and hold on to your reservation until some of this additional news comes out. Once that news does come out, you can unlock your hold and you can take delivery of your car. So I think a good strategy, and some of you have already taken advantage of this in previous increases, is to go ahead and lock in the price to protect yourself from future increases. One of the things Tesla does do when prices go down, they will change your price downwards, but they do not increase it once you lock it in. So it's a good hedge to go ahead and lock it in so you're guaranteed to not have any more increases, but you're also going to be able to take advantage should the price go down and we have better breaking news in the future. Then lastly, we've been talking about changes coming to the referral program. A lot of people are reporting for the first time that they're no longer able to see their referrals, and when I log into my account, I cannot see the referrals either. However, this does happen from time to time, and continuing to refresh, eventually it'll pop up. But as of right now, I've yet to be able to get this to work. On the app, however, I can see my referrals and I can share my referral code. So I don't know what's happening, but last night there was a lot of work going on behind the scenes through the networks at Tesla. So something big is coming. We don't know exactly what it is. It could be the change to the referral program. It could be full self-driving subscription model. It could be a number of things that are getting ready to roll out across the board. Nonetheless, this month is going to be very exciting at Tesla. We do have the Plaid Plus model that is going to be launched here in the next month. In addition, you can no longer order the Plaid Plus Model S. So very interesting that that has now been pushed off till 2022, as it says online. You can't even order it right now. Although this isn't great news, I hope that you did enjoy this video. I hope you heard it here first. I try to get these updates to you as quickly as I possibly can. If you did enjoy it, of course, give it the thumbs up. If you haven't already, of course, subscribe to the channel as we continue to post content regularly, especially when there's breaking news. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at BeardedTesla. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.